Blessed Geza, bombshell. Ndirimupenyu, linjani. Murikaboto. Ndiri very safe and in bouncing good health. Mnangagwa knows where I am. Dini when you comrade Blessed Geza, bombshell. Ndirimupenyu, linjani. Murikaboto. Ndiri very safe and in bouncing good health. Mnangagwa knows where I am. Kungoti zvake gwara anotya kundi approach but pandiri chapter panopaziva. Ini ndiri mukati mevanhu, ndiri kuprotectwa nevanhu. Noda kuti toita zviro zvevanhu. Family yangu yakanetswa. It was harassed. My wife was harassed, right? But semkazi wemusoja. Well, fellow Zimbabweans, despite all veterans and other citizens raising alarm on the deplorable state of our politics and the economy characterized by corruption, we have realized that Mnangagwa and his ever-tasted Ganandas are unrelenting and unapologetic. They continue to plunder the country while the majority of Zimbabweans wallow in absolute poverty. Last month, Comrade Jelas Mawarire survey was on television exposing a plot to loot people's money at POSB. But just last week, the Mtapa Investment Fund Board met and Mnangagwa ordered his disastrous girlfriend, Werake, Virginia Mabiza. We have all the information, minutes and signed documents on what is happening in the POSB saga. We will be silenced while the country is being pillaged. We are worried also by the arrest of journalist Blessed Mnangagwa. We see this as an attempt to silence democratic voices. Understand Mnangagwa was denied bail by Justice Mandaza yesterday. We order the unconditional and immediate release of Mnangagwa. Arresting of journalists doing their work violates their values of the liberation struggle. Toda kutaurira the judiciary. The judiciary. We are warning you. We have been watching you. This has been going on for a long time. Don't be used as a tool na Emerson. Kudzvanyirira vanhu. Muri kudzvanyirira vanhu. We fought to have the right to free speech, free assembly, and free association. Saka imwe vanhu vejudiciary hazvina kutanga kuna Mnangagwa. Vese vana Timba makavavharira, vana Chipara makavavharira, vana Sikala makavavharira. Saka vanhu vopotera kupi? Vanhu vanopokati vakaenda kujudiciary kuda ndokukasarisa nejustice. Vopotera kunani? We don't want judiciary. Justice Malava, put your house in order, please. Please. We will come after you guys, and we will come after you, and we will come after you very soon. We are telling you this. Fellow Zimbabweans, corruption in Mnangagwa's government has remained a cancer in the country. Right now, as we speak, there's a company called Agrifora Gananda, which has a contract to supply food rations to our military. It receives $2 to $3 million US every month to supply food to barracks. Unfortunately, as we speak, masoja yedu are dying of hunger. Vari kupiwa mabonzo ne ration meat. Ration meat economy kana kuti manufacturing iya inogadzirisa pet food. Hakuna nyama iri kupiwa iri nani. They don't have meat, yet the country is forking out money every month. The government is paying $15 per kg for this low-grade meat. What a shame. The company is funded by Chief Secretary Rushwaya and Willard Manungo's sons. We know what is happening. Mnangagwa has continued to deploy his Ugandas to loot this country dry. We fought for economic emancipation and equitable distribution of resources. But to the contrary, Mnangagwa is not stopping at anything to take away everything from the country. He is privatizing companies under controversial means. Many government mines and companies have been taken over by Kudakwaso Tagure and his cronies, e.g., CBZ, ZB, First Mutual, Fidelity Printers, etc. Now, Zimasco, POSB, and Rainbow Tourism Group have become prime targets. Tagure, Mpana, we are warning you. Iwe and your cronies, Mpana. We are warning you. We didn't go to Ondo Mazori. We didn't go to Ondo Jesus. Kudimuzeta monopoly, Yokpoma contracts, a corruption, Mistola Zun, through corruption. We are going to deal with you decisively and thoroughly. Mark my words. We are going to deal with you. Because by the time Mnangagwa leaves power, Zimbabwe will be a shell. And this is totally unacceptable. We can't accept that. Future generations will never forgive us if we don't take action. Mnangagwa has assured that the RBZ and the Treasury is run as a personal tax shop by his influence like Tagwirei, Wikine Juvayo, Scott Chakupanya, Tungwarara, his children among the many. We understand the pro forma invoices for service providers to government are now signed in the OPC by Mnangagwa himself as a way to cover correct words to his cronies and companies linked to his children. All this will come to an end, mark my words. We also know that Mnangagwa is awarded Scott Sakupanya the sole license to export gold without paying tax. Sakupanya does not pay 14% tax paid by others. Because of this, he is now charging other companies 7% to export their gold. We know that you and Scott share the proceeds of the dirty deal. This deprives government a lot of gold revenue. After denying the country huge sums in gold tax, you set Zimbabwe on hapless companies and vendors, choking them to death. Is this what we fought for? No. This is it. totally bullshit. All these corrupt deals are enabled by George Guamatanga. George Guamatanga, mbiri yako ye-corruption yaenderera mberi. Toenderere kuhondo isi vana Guamatanga. Muite matumbu, muite mbiri yokutengera ma-girlfriends, mahure enyu, ma-properties all over. You go kuna South Africa, you go kuna UK, you go kuna States, kuna Canada, all over. Kune ma-properties awa Guamatanga. Urikuiwana kupi mariyo. We know where we are getting the money from, and we are going to be accountable, and we are going to deal with you. We are going to deal with you very soon. Right? We know you are buying properties, as I've said. I've read newspaper articles where Patrick Chinamasa announced that I've been fired from ZANU-PF. Mashura chayo. That's bullshit. Ndakakutaurira kuti wakobara ZANU-PF. ZANU and ZAPU were bad long back. ZANU-PF is a product of ZIPRA and ZANA forces. That is our baby. ZANU-PF is party blood. No one can fire me from ZANU-PF. Right? There is no one who can fire me from ZANU-PF. Instead, inindakatodzinga Mnangagwa, nema 2030s ake ZANU-PF, we fired them. Shakanta kuti vaende. Maybe if they are talking of their own ZANU-PF each, you know, chatisakana basa nacho ichocho. But the true ZANU-PF, no, ndakavadzinga. You cannot fire me from South Africa, you go to UK, you go to States, Canada, all over. My properties are Guamatanga. We know where we are getting the money from, and we are going to be accountable, and we are going to deal with you. We are going to deal with you very soon. Right? We know you are buying properties, as I've said. I've read newspaper articles where Patrick Chinamasa announced that I've been fired from ZANU-PF. Mashura chayo. That's bullshit. Ndakakutaurira kuti wakobara ZANU-PF. ZANU and ZAPU were bad long back. ZANU-PF is a product of ZIPRA and ZANA forces. That is our baby. ZANU-PF is party blood. No one can fire me from ZANU-PF. Right? There is no one who can fire me from ZANU-PF. Instead, inindakatodzinga Mnangagwa, nema 2030s ake ZANU-PF, we fired them. Shakusaka kuti vaende. Maybe if they are talking of their own ZANU-PF each, you know, chatisakana basa nacho ichocho. But the true ZANU-PF, no, ndakavadzinga. You cannot fire me from an organization that I don't belong to. That is why I ordered Mnangagwa to leave. Fellow Zimbabweans, the situation in our country has become increasingly depressing. Collective and decisive action for the betterment of everyone. We cannot continue to live under an economic bondage when we have the power to act and be in control of our destiny. Our grandchildren will never forgive us if we don't condemn these charlatans who are pillaging society from present and generation. As I promised, a signal is coming and coming very soon. The delay was a result of efforts to ensure the safety of everyone. The signal is coming and the action will be decisive. The action will be decisive. Mnangagwa must therefore just go. I thank you. Right. Ndini wenyu Comrade Blessed Geza Bombshell ndadzoka nerurimi rokwa mai rwechishona. Pane zvimwe zvatasirira zvatakutaura neshona. Kune vamwe vedu vasingazwi chirungu tati titaure nerurimi. Ndichatanga nenyaya dziri kuitika mazuva ano, nyaya dzinobatanidza General Chiwenga. General Chiwenga ndikomanda wedu isu macomrades. General Chiwenga mutungamiriri wedu isu Zimbabwe. General Chiwenga inozikanwa nemunhu wese muZimbabwe, especially kwati isusu Chiwenga is our leader, and tinofa navo. We are going to stand by General Chiwenga. It's a disgrace kuti vana Chris Mutsvangwa uri bro wangu, but unonyadzisa, unosiya mukadzi wako achitukwa, achitukwa achinzi hure anoura naMnangagwa anoita sei. You don't even confront varume vari kutuka mukadzi wako. Vachifubura mukadzi. Monica is my friend. Unomusiya achifuburwa kumoti hure. Unodi confront varume vavo. Wakunosvika uchitaura nezvaMary kundonomudastereki Mary. Wakambondomuona kuhospitara chakuita kuti usaitaura nezvaMary and uri so disrespectful of your commander. Chakukanganisira Chiwenga chi? Tell us. Isusu macomrades, we are demanding this from you, Chris, now. Right? Where's the Mnangagwa apa? Mnangagwa akakondori. Haana kuya anatsveka vava macommanders kudhara. Changa akawanda ari kumaofisi kwaDhumbu Jeda kuZambia uko. Aitsvaga chi? I've always said Mnangagwa akauya is a beneficiary of nepotism. Right? And he was deployed, Mnangagwa, by special branch. I have all the records now, and I'm going to expose him. Particularly in Pamdera. So I don't have to tell my comrades. Iwe Chris na chinomona zvamuri kuita siyanai nazvo, tiri kudhila nemi. Siyanai nazvo zvamuri kuita izvozvo. Siyanai nazvo. Let's respect our commanders. Yeah. Atidi kuti, it is not only General Chiwenga. Makata kana ana mai mjuru wesa. Yeah? Mapita una Mugabe aita zvechihure kuhondo. Mugabe akamboita zvechihure kuhondo. Iwewe Chris yakutera right. The history sani iwewe. Iwepo wakasungwa panyadzonya iwewe. 6 uchinzi ruba mzorewa. Ari kutaura nezvazvo ndiani? Auda kugara muhandaki iwewe for 4 months. Uchinzi ruba mzorewa iwewe. Bullshit, man, Chris. Unotinyadzisa macomrades. Unotinyadzisa. Right? Zvino tikawongorora vanhu vanodanana vachisiyana, vanhu vachidanana vachisiyana. Zvinowanikwa muupenyu. Handi comrade General Chiwenga vataka kusiyana nemudzimai wavo. But the right? Munoziva chakaitika imwe. You know who wanted to kill General Chiwenga. Munozviziva mese imwe. Right? Mnangagwa was 100% involved mukupoisona General Chiwenga. I got the evidence from Mnina wake anonzi Joseph Rera. Mnangagwa pakabvunzwa naJoseph Rera kuti naye mukoma ko Chiwenga kuChina uko kwavakaenda uko vava kunzwa sei? Iwe Basoni wakataurira kuna Joseph Rera iwe kuti Mnangagwa haasi kudzoka, takapedza naye kudhara, uyo ari kudzoka ari mucoffin. Iwe Mnangagwa iwe, you poison Chiwenga, bullshit, right? Manje ruso vachitumira mukadzi wako, right? Mary paakarwara, right? Kana mai muda sterek akataura nemukadzi wako, ataura nemukadzi wako iwewe kuti ndibatsirei, right? Mukadzi wako iwe akati it's a family affair, but mauda kunyepera kuti moda Mary sterek. Mukadzi wako Mary from January, we've got the records from Econet in Net 1. My records are reported now, right? Iwe Junior, bwana wako Mnangagwa Junior, Pokelo na July Moyo. July Moyo ya disgrace. Iwe July Moyo iwe July Moyo will deal with you. Mchifurira Mary kutataure kutizo, you know, akadiburwa maoko na makumbo vachena vachiwenga. That's bullshit. That is totally bullshit. We will stand by Chiwenga, right? We will not allow vanhu kuti muite revolution yeZimbabwe chiseko muchinyembera mashefu edu. That is not acceptable. Mark my words. We are going to deal with you, and we are going to deal with you decisively. Decisively. Mark my words. Mark my words. My bills essay. My medical bills essay. Amiri. Arubadawa na General Chiwenga. Zvese izvozvo hamuzvitauri. Zvese izvozvo hamuzvitauri. Why musingazvitauri izvozvo? Ndati why musingazvitauri izvozvo? Ndepapi pakamira General Chiwenga aine machete achigura-gura maoko aMary, achigura-gura makumbo aMary zvinotaurwa navamwe vanhu kuti, you know, akagura-gura, right? Nokuda kweurwere hwake zviri kuitwa namadoctors. Saka what do you expect Chiwenga to do? Is Chiwenga a medical doctor? Bullshit, man. Mauda kutsamisa isusu. We stand by him. We are planning my demonstrations, right? You are planning my demonstrations. And madzimai ari kutitaurira kuti comrade Geza todi nemapenzi aya. And tiri kutaura kuti bullshit. Iwe chinomaona my comrades ese, they've always questioned unhu hwako, because pawakauya kuhondo people suspected kuti wakatumwa neRhodesia special branch. And zvakubuda pachena izvezvi, right? Kuti iwe wakatumwa chaiko chinhu chinoona iwe. Wanga wakatumwa. Why do you hate your commander like that? Chaicho zvikanzizvo Chiwenga akaukanganisira chii makomrades? Not kudii. Ndoda kuti ndianze kuziva kuti Chiwenga akaukanganisira chii. You are going out of your way to fight your own commander. You know, akaukanganisira chii. Muchijoina matsotsi maselu scouter. Vana Garwe. You know? Vana Matuke. Matuke ana baba vakauraisa makomrades akawanda vagutu. You know? Garwe was a selu scout. Right? Ndo amagudilana manje. Muchiti pasina Chiwenga. Imi. Muvakatokuregerera. We are going to deal with you. We will definitely take action against you. Mutsvangwa, siyana neunhu hwako. Nakarana naTemba Muliswa vari kuti mukadzi wako anohura naMnangagwa. Protecta mukadzi wako uyu seana nehularo protecta vanameri wako uyo ari kutaurirwa zvisingaiti uyo ina unorwa navarume vacho kutaura kuti mukadzi wangu ina anzi ure mumuromo wako iwewe moda kuiswa napkin kana pamba munobuda zvinonhuhwa unyarere oti munhu wakaenda kuchikoro utaura zvinhu zvemangamaka kudaro right gwaitu muti Mnangagwa iwewe you were deployed by the Rhodesian special branch kuuya kuhondo. Now we have the evidence you were trained by standard, right? Iwe saka when you came kuhondo you came on a mission. Tawane tangible evidence yokuti wakaparticipate padhesi yachitepo iwe ukaparticipate padhesi yatokogara iwe and many others, and you have killed all the generals vatakaiga manje, right? Unhu hwako ihwohwo hunoratidza wega kuti hazvina basa kuti comrade akuitira chii. Mavengero aunoita mawo veterans, mavengero aunoita ZANU-PF yacho aitinetsa kusvika tawana evidence yekuti iwe, right, you spy, and nyaya yekuti iwe chai Emerson, right, you have a hand munyaya yokupozenwa kwa General Chiwenga, but haunyari ungapoezana munhu wopoezana munhu akakubetsera iwewe, iwe wapoezeno Mugabe watiza iwe watiza iwe. Mugabe akati kuna Chiwenga ine am comfortable kuti ndikusire wewe nyika. Chiwenga akaramba. Nasi ndiye munhu wakuita so. Wewe unoshuwa wewe. Iko kuhondo kwacho chawakaanza kuita kuhondo wewe chiwe. Besides kudeploywa iwe wakadeploywa muofisi ya Mugabe iwewe ne-special branch. Saka, we are going to deal with you. Definitely we are going to deal with you. Right? Saka povo yeZimbabwe nyaya yeSignal yava padhuze. Vamwe vatauri vari kutaura but Signal taakuiudza kwamuri zvine ungwaru zvokuti vavengi havapotozivi kuti Signal yava mamuri. Saka muchaona zvatiri kuita mazuva ari kuteera umu, Signal yava padhuze. We know kuti Mnangagwa ari kuda kudeclare the state of emergency. Ari kutamba haanyatsa kutiziva mushe zvatinoita isusu kana tada zvatafika kuti tavakuda kuita. Taedza zvedu vana Muswango vachiti wati South Africa is a region. That is bullshit. Patakadhilana na Mugabe South Africa yanga isipo. Ma-issues emuZimbabwe tinodhila nawo isu semaZimbabweans. Isu semaZimbabweans tichadhila ma-issues edu, right? And takabatana sekupromisana kwatakaita, right? Tataura neose ma-political players, vanachamisa, vanachibaya, vanasikana, vanabiti, vanakomichi, vanamhozura, hapana munhu atakasiya, vanabvarume vese ava takataura tikaurirana way forward. And way forward, and vanhu vese ava for your information, hakuna munhu asingafariri General Chiwenga. And we are surprised kuti zvimwe corporates, we are now beginning to wonder kuti pamakaya kuhondo weijoininga kuti manga makatumwa because haukavengi chef wako maendero amunoita. Saka signal iri kuuya and iri kuuya very soon. Tinoitoka sevanhu vakatraina tinoita decay. Hatipi tazotaura kuti but zviri kusvika muri manje muri weZimbabwe 31 March ndiko BOMBSHELL comrade Geza tikukubirisai kuti munhu wose kubva kuplum tree. In fact, haizi demonstration, tinoitizvo uprising. Munhu wese ngapinde mustreet. Right? Tirikuda kuti Mnangagwa, Emerson Mnangagwa, Spy Mnangagwa, ainde nezviganda zvake 31 March. Kune avo varikwanisa kubatsira nematransport, mabhazi, magonyeti, makombi. Please batsirai, ndimwi maona nhamo nokusedzwa mumarodhi umu. Toda kuti muite mabusiness enyu under environment iri user friendly yokuti raro rinobva kwaTare kusvika kuBed Bridge, drive asina mboti ndatorwa mari nemapurisa. Ndo zvatinoda kuti zviite. Saka budai mese musapote 31 March. Toda kuti vanhu vaende right kuma law enforcement agencies. Shatinokumbira Mutamba mpana yemutamba iwe wakanditumira vafana vekuhomeside nema AK 4 masquad kuti vandiuraye ini mosve kuti ndinoda kutaura kuti iwewe nemapurisa ako mugare zvakanaka. Ndewo monditsvagira nema AK imwe Mutamba. Kwana wazviwa kwana ndati Mutamba kwana. Saka apa ndikutaura kuti hatidi kunzwa kuti pane demonstrator arohwa, pana demonstrator akuvara. Because let me warn you guys, it's a wave, it is unstoppable. Saka kana musikaoni zvinhu on the ground, yeti mune chance yokupuwa intelligence nevakomana venyu vepeace kupinda kwenyu. Jere richakupinzai hamuri bude ana Mutamba. Mark my words. Uchishandiswa naye pasoni wako iye. Ndati mark my words. Regedzai vanhu vademonstrate because zviripo muconstitution medu. Tiri kuitira izvi kuti mapurisa edu, masoja edu, povo edu, mavendors edu, munhu wese wemuZimbabwe vave nemararamiro akanaka. Saka ndikukumbira Mutamba, especially Mutamba unomboita dzungu. Usaita Mutamba unonzi musobhadhi, unonzi chidoro chiya chinomwada vanhu vanodhakwa. Usamwa doro Mutamba iwe. Toda kuti izvo uone kuti povo iri kushupika. Kana muri vanhu vakatongwara vana Mutamba nemaCIO, advaisai Mnangagwa kuti chef tizai nokasika because povo ine hasha. Isu vana BOMBSHELL hatizokwanisi kumubatsira kana povo yakuda kuita zvainoita kwaari. Saka advisai Mnangagwa munyika ngaasarende pawanokasika ndapedza.
Greetings, good people. What's up? What's happening? Welcome back to TV7 Live, broadcasting live and direct from the nation of Zimbabwe, Africa. We are seeing a strong message there coming from Comrade Bombshell Geza. That is a very strong message we're seeing there, and we're seeing serious claims or serious revelations there coming from Comrade Blessed Bombshell Geza in his address. What happens next is the big question. What is going to happen next? After this, we see him saying, no, the signal is going to be coming, and the signal is going to be coming in a way that is a very, very strategic. Big up to Heavy K, Entrepreneurship DNA, for wealth, everybody who is watching us live right about now. We're seeing everywhere on social media. We see Comrade Blessed Bombshell Geza is trending. Everybody, especially on X.com, is talking about Comrade Blessed Bombshell Geza. Then we see one post by Children of Zimbabwe War Veterans Association. What do they write about? They make this post. I'm just going to put it on the screen right about now. This post, it reads, let me just put it on the screen. Big up to everybody who's watching us live. To those watching us live, you can write your comments in the top chat or in the super chat. That's how I can get to see your names, so I can give you a shout out. We're seeing this post by Children of Zimbabwe War Veterans Association, and it reads, security in Zimbabwe on high alert amid 31st March protests. Those in Harare expect to see the police at every junction. Police trucks will be roving around Harare starting tomorrow, and roadblocks are going to be there on all major roads. This is a post that we're seeing there coming from the Zimbabwe Children of War Veterans Association. It seems the fire is now getting hotter and hotter in the nation of Zimbabwe. Fellow Zimbabweans, this is where we are right now in the nation of Zimbabwe. Then we see some will be speaking on all this that is happening. What do we see? We see a post that is made by none other than Mr. Hope Chingono. What does Mr. Hope Chingono write here? I'm just going to read it quickly. He writes, Zimbabwe War veteran and former Secret Service officer Blessed Geza has called for Zimbabweans to embark on an uprising against President Emerson Mnangagwa on the 31st of March. He warned the police chief Stephen Mutamba against arresting any citizens on the day of the proposed uprising, stating that if Mutamba's force detained anyone in violation of the constitution, he would be imprisoned indefinitely if the proposed uprising succeeds. So what will these guys do? Anyways, let's continue reading. Geza, who is aligned with President General Constantino Chiwenga, exposed corruption scandals linked to the president and also accused him of being involved in many deaths of national leaders and military generals. He condemned the abuse of journalists and specifically mentioned the arrest of a Zimbabwean journalist and political prisoner, Blessed Musyanga, he also accused Mnangagwa of attempting to kill General Chiwenga through poisoning in his address, which was delivered both in Shona and in English. This is where we are right now, fellow Zimbabweans. The fire is getting hotter and hotter as we are seeing a liberation war hero, Comrade Bombshell, Blessed Geza, now becoming, can we say, a superhero? Can we say a superhero right about now? We see him there in his announcements that he makes, and we would first see him announce his X.com account, then he posts a link of this video at a YouTube channel titled at Blessed Geza, no space between Blessed and Geza. Big up to confidence, Makusha. We shall overcome, says Kucha Manua Akumana Pamberna Geza Revolution. Sino Yambuka Vanu Wangwari, Tese Jamu Muswa 31 March.
Dini when you comrade Blessed Geza Bombshell. Dirumpenyu Linjani Burikaboto. Very safe and in bounds in good health. Mnangagwa knows I am. Kugodwake Guarano the approach about the bandit chapter Bano Paziva. In Indrim Katimevan, you protect Konevan. No doubt good traders should not one. Family young Neswa, it was harassed. My wife was harassed, right? But same rooms soldier. Well, fellow Zimbabweans, despite all veterans and other citizens raising alarm on the deplorable state of our politics and the economy characterized by corruption, we have realized that Mnangagwa and his ever-sensitive Ganandas are unrelenting and unapologetic. They continue to plunder the country while the majority of Zimbabweans wallow in absolute poverty. Last month, Comrade Jelas Mawarire survey was on television exposing a plot to loot people's money at POSB. Mtapa Investment Fund Board met and Mnangagwa ordered his disastrous girlfriend, Werake, Virginia Mabiza. We have all the information, minutes and signed documents on all what is happening in the POSB saga. We will be silenced while the country is being paid. We are worried also by the arrest of journalist Blessed Mhlanga. We see this as an attempt to silence democratic voices. I understand Mhlanga was denied bail by Justice Mandaza yesterday. That is not acceptable. Mark my words. We are going to deal with you, and we are going to deal with you decisively. Decisively. Mark my words. Mark my words. My Bill's essay. My medical Bill's essay. Amiri. Arubadawa. Na General Chiwenga. Zvese zozo amuzvitauri. Zvese izvozvo amuzvitauri. Mary paakarwara, right? Where's Mnangagwa? Mnangagwa akagondori. Ana kuya anacheka makomandas kudhara. Chaka akawana ari kubaofisi kwaDumbu Jeda kuzambia uko. Aitsvaga chi? You know? I've always said Mnangagwa akauya is a beneficiary of nepotism. Right? And he was deployed, Mnangagwa, by special branch. I have all the records now, and I'm going to expose him. Particularly in Pamdora. So I don't have to tell my comrades. Iwe Chris na chinomona zvamuri kuita siyanai nazvo, tiri kudhila nemi. Siyanai nazvo zvamuri kuita izvozvo. Siyanai nazvo. Let's respect our commanders. Yeah. Atidi kuti, you know, it is not only General Chiwenga. Makata kana namai mjuru wesa. Yeah? Mapita una Mugabe aita zvechihure kuhondo. Mugabe akamboita zvechihure kuhondo.
Now we see Comrade Bombshell Blessed Geza jumps into the Christopher Mnangagwa issue here. We see Comrade Blessed Geza has made several statements about Chris Mnangagwa, reflecting a deep rift between the two figures amid Zimbabwe's political turmoil as of today, 18 March 2025. Now it's 19 March. Geza, a fugitive war veteran and a former ZANU-PF Central Committee member, has publicly clashed with Mnangagwa, the party spokesperson, over leadership and loyalty within the ruling party of ZANU-PF. We see him here dressed in camouflage, accusing Mnangagwa of being a liability to the revolutionary cause. He has warned Christopher Mnangagwa to zip up or face exposure of alleged secrets that would paint him as an anti-revolutionary during the Zimbabwe liberation struggle. Geza's rhetoric suggests he views Mnangagwa as a hypocrite or opportunist, contrasting their war veteran credentials and implying Mnangagwa's criticism of others like Vice President Chiwenga as self-serving rather than him being principled. All this, we're seeing a strong message coming from Comrade Bombshell Geza.
The history sani iwewe. Iwopo wakasungwa panyazonya iwewe 1976. Uchinzi rumu wabzorewa. Aruti auremezwa zondiani. Auda kugara muhandaki iwewe for 4 months. Uchinzi wabzorewa iwewe. Bullshit, man, Chris. Unoti nyadzisa ma comrades. You know? Unoti nyadzisa. Right? Zvino tikawokora vanhu vanodanana vachisiyana, vanhu vachidanana vachisiyana. Zvinowanikwa muupenyu. You know? Handi comrade General Chiwenga vataka kusiyana nemudzimai wavo. But the truth of the matter is, right? Munoziva chakaitika imwe. You know who wanted to kill General Chiwenga. Munozviziva mese imwe. Right? Mnangagwa was 100% involved mukupoisona General Chiwenga. I got the evidence from munina wake anonzi Joseph Rera. Mnangagwa paakabvunzwa naJoseph Rera kuti naye mukoma kwavachiwenga kuchina uko kwavakaenda uko vavabvunzwa sei. Iwe basoni vakataurira kuna Joseph Rera iwe kuti Mnangagwa haasi kudzoka, takapedza naye kudhara, uyo ari kudzoka ari mucoffin. Iwe Mnangagwa iwe, you poison Chiwenga. Bullshit. Right?
Here we see Blessed Geza has expressed strong support for Vice President Chiwenga, positioning him as a key figure in his critique of President Emerson Mnangagwa's leadership. Geza, a fugitive war veteran and former ZANU-PF member, has framed Chiwenga as a betrayed ally of the 2017 coup that would oust Robert Gabriel Mugabe, contrasting him with Mnangagwa, whom Geza accuses of corruption and failing the liberation struggle's promises. In early February 2025, during an interview with Heart and Soul Television, Comrade Bombshell Geza explicitly begged Chiwenga as Mnangagwa's rightful successor. He reminded Mnangagwa of Chiwenga's pivotal role in the 2017 military intervention, saying Chiwenga worked with you to remove Mugabe, but now you have turned against him. Geza accused Mnangagwa of orchestrating an assassinating attempt on Chiwenga via poisoning, referencing Chiwenga's health struggles post-2017, which some speculate were politically motivated. He warned Mnangagwa, saying, "You tried to poison him, but he survived. Watch out, we stand with him." On February 14, 2025, Geza re-informed his stance on X post, stating, "Chiwenga fought for this country, not you. We know what you did to him. We are not forgetting." This aligns with Geza's broader narrative of defending war veterans' honor and pushing back against Mnangagwa's alleged bid to extend his presidency beyond 2028. Geza has suggested that Chiwenga represents a return to the revolutionary ideals Mnangagwa has abandoned, urging more veterans and Zimbabweans to rally behind him. In this video, we see him dressed in camouflage, again praising Chiwenga's credentials while slamming ZANU-PF spokesperson Christopher Mnangagwa for calling Chiwenga illiterate and unelectable. Geza retorted, "Chiwenga is a general, a fighter, unlike you Mnangagwa, who knows nothing. Mnangagwa, you owe him, not other way around." He tied this to his call for Mnangagwa's resignation, arguing that Chiwenga's leadership would restore integrity to the party and to the nation. Geza's support for Chiwenga is strategic. It amplifies the succession debate within ZANU-PF, where Chiwenga is seen as a rival to Mnangagwa's faction. Geza has leveraged this tension to portray Mnangagwa as a traitor to the 2017 coup coalition, which Chiwenga is being portrayed as the wronged partner deserving loyalty. His rhetoric suggests a personal admiration for Chiwenga's military background, mirroring Geza's own identity as a war veteran, and a belief that Chiwenga could deliver the change Geza demands.
Right? Mary Paga Rwara. Right? Kalamai muda stere. Aka taura nemkazi wako. Ataura nemkazi wako iwewe.
Now here we see Comrade Bombshell Geza speaking on the issue of Mary Chiwenga's ailment. What does he reveal here? Let's find out. Let's find out what the man, Comrade Bombshell, says here.
Right? Mkazi wako iwe akati, it's a family affair. But mnaoda unyepera kuti moda Mary Sterek. Mkazi wako akufondera Mary. From January we've got the records from Econet. In net one, my records are reported now. Right? Iwe Junior, ibwana wako Mnangagwa Junior, Pokelo, na July Moyo. July Moyo is a disgrace. Iwe July Moyo. Iwe July Moyo will deal with you.
In this, we also get a revelation that Comrade Bombshell Geza is suggesting that Comrade Chiwenga is the one who is paying for Mary Chiwenga's hospital bills as of right about now, as of these days, as of since the beginning, as of ever.
We will not allow Wanu could a revolution in Zimbabwe. Chiseko, Mjinyabera Mashefu Edu. That is not acceptable. Mark my words. We are going to deal with you, and we are going to deal with you decisively. Decisively. Mark my words. Mark my words. My bills essay. My medical bills essay. Amiri. Arubadawa na General Chiwenga. Zvese zozo amuzvitauri. Why musingazvitauri izvozvo? Ndati why musingazvitauri izvozvo? Ndepapi pakamira General Chiwenga aine machete achigura-gura maoko aMary, achigura-gura makumbo aMary zvinotaurwa navamwe vanhu kuti akagura-gura right. Munhu nokuda kweurwere hwake zviri kuitwa namadoctors. Saka what do you expect Chiwenga to do?
Comrade Bombshell Blessed Geza has explicitly stated that Chiwenga has nothing to do with Mary Chiwenga's amputation and illnesses. This remark appears to counter narratives and rumors that may implicate Chiwenga in Mary's well-documented health struggles, which include severe lymphoedema leading to the amputation of her right arm in the year 2022 and her left hand in 2023, as well as ongoing legal and personal battles following their 2019 divorce. Geza's comments aligns with his broader support for Chiwenga as a betrayed ally of Mnangagwa and a potential successor, suggesting he aims to absolve Chiwenga of any blame in his personal life to bolster his political credibility. Geza mentions of Mary Chiwenga is a very brief, but he says it is Chiwenga who is catering for Mary Chiwenga's bills. Beyond this, Geza has not delved deeply into Mary Chiwenga's personal saga, her arrests, fraud charges, or the dramatic fallout with Chiwenga, which has been widely covered elsewhere. His focus remains political, using Chiwenga's name to rally support rather than engaging with Mary's circumstances as a standalone issue. This is the context in which he speaks of Mary Chiwenga.
Demonstrations eni madzimai ari kutitaurira kuti Comrade Geza todii nemapenzi aya eti tiri kutaura kuti bullshit. Iwe chinomaona macomrades ese they've always questioned unhu hwako because pawakauya kuhondo people suspected kuti wanga wakatumwa neRhodesia special branch eni zvakubuda pachena izvezvi right kuti iwewe wakatumwa chaiko chinhu chinoona iwe wanga wakatumwa. Why do you hate your commander like that? chaicho zvikanzizvo Chiwenga akaukanganisira ichii macomrades not kudii. Ndoda kuti ndinyaso kuziva kuti Chiwenga akaukanganisira ichii. You are going out of your way to fight your own commander. Akaukanganisira ichi muchibvena matsotsi maselu scouter vana Garwe, vana matuke ana baba vakaurayisa macomrades akawanda vagutu. Garwe was a salute scout, right? Ndo amagudhilanawo manje muchiti pasina Chiwenga imwimwi momukatokuregerera. We're going to deal with you. We will definitely take action against you.
Blessed Geza has made critical remarks about Mabel Shinomona, the president of the Senate of Zimbabwe and ZANU-PF Secretary for Women's Affairs, as part of his broader assault on the Mnangagwa administration and its allies. He targeted Shimona for her role in supporting President Mnangagwa's leadership, particularly amid efforts to extend his presidency beyond the constitutional two-term limit ending in the year 2028. Geza, clad in military camouflage, accused Shinomona alongside Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF spokesperson Chris Muchangwa of engaging in large-scale corruption and ganging up on Vice President Chiwenga. Earlier in February 2025, context, we see Geza's criticism of Mnangagwa allies implicitly including Chinomona due to her prominent position as head of the ZANU-PF Women's League. Chinomona has been a vocal defender of Mnangagwa. For instance, on February 7, 2025, the Namibian reported that Women's League under her leadership endorsed Mnangagwa for a third term, a move fiercely opposed by Comrade Bombshell Geza. Geza repeated calls for Mnangagwa's resignation and his framing of the 2017 coup allies like Chiwenga being betrayed position Chinomona as an adversary in his narrative, positions Chinomona as an adversary in his narrative, giving her public stance against critics like him. In a press conference aired on social media around that time, Geza broadly condemned the party figures for pushing the 2030 agenda, which Chinomona supported, accusing them of forgetting the liberation struggle's values. Geza's most direct jab at Chinomona's character came on an ex-post where he responded to her earlier defense of Mnangagwa. Chinomona had, in late February, dismissed war veterans like Geza as disloyal, saying people are busy giving each other positions on social media. There is no sun that rises before another one sets. Geza retorted on X, calling her a puppet and alleging Mabel sits there in the Senate because of ED's favoritism, not merit. She is part of the rot we are fighting. He tied this to his accusation of nepotism, though he offered no specific further information on this. Geza's stance on Chinomona is less compared to his attacks on figures like Mnangagwa and the police commissioner Mutamba.
Mnangagwa siyara neunhu wako nakarana anatemba muliswa vari kuti mukadzi wako anohura naMnangagwa. Protecta mukadzi wako uyu siyana nehuyu anoprotecta vanameri wako uyo ari kutaurirwa zvisingaiti uyo inda unorwa navarume vacho kutaura kuti mukadzi wangu ina anzi hure mumuromo wako moda kuiswa napkin kana pamba munobuda zvinonhuhwa unyarere oti munhu wakaenda kuchikoro uchitaura zvinhu zvemanga kudaro right. Going to Mnangagwa, you were deployed by the Rhodesian Special Branch kuuya kuhondo. Now we have the evidence. You were trained by Standard, right? Saka when you came kuhondo, you came on a mission. Tawane tangible evidence yokuti wakaparticipate padhesi yachitepo iwe ukaparticipate padhesi yatokogara iwe and many others, and you have killed all the generals vatakayiga manje, right? Unhu hwako ihwohwo hunoratidza wega kuti hazvina basa kuti comrade akuitira chii. Ana Muswango wachiti wati South Africa is a region. That is bullshit. Patakadhila nana Mugabe, South Africa yanga isipo. Ma-issues emu-Zimbabwe tinodhila nawo isu sema-Zimbabweans. Isu sema-Zimbabweans tichadhila ma-issues edu. Right? And takabatana sekupromisana kwatakaita. Right? Tataura neose ma-political players. Vanachamisa, vanachibaya, vanasikana, vanabiti. Vanakomichi, vanamhozura, hapana munhu atakasiya, vanabvarume vese ava takataura tikaurirana way forward. And way forward, and vanhu vese ava for information Hakuna munhu asingafariri General Chiwenga.
Now we hear Comrade Bombshell Geza here speaking. We have talked to all political players, and then he issues a warning to the police commissioner, Matanga. He warned Mutamba against using police force to suppress demonstrations and dissent, reflecting his broader defiance against the Mnangagwa administration. In early February 2025, Geza issued a stern warning to Mutamba during an interview with Heart and Soul Television. He cautioned the police chief against arresting or shooting Zimbabweans exercising their constitutional right to demonstrate, asserting that such actions would provoke direct response from war veterans. And he stated, "Shoot one demonstrator and we will deal with you," emphasizing that the right to protest was won through the liberation struggle, and accusing the police of turning Zimbabwe into a police state with excessive roadblocks. He urged Mutamba not to let the police be used as a tool of political repression or nepotism, saying, "Don't be used by anybody on the basis of your relationship or nepotism. I want to warn members of the security forces, in particularly the police."
Mnangagwa, Emerson Mnangagwa, Spy Mnangagwa, ainde nezvigananda zvake 31 March. Kune avo varikwanisa kubatsira nematransport, mabhazi, magonyeti, makombi. Please batsirai, ndimwi maona nhamo nokusedzwa mumaroad umu. Toda kuti muite mabusiness enyu under environment iri user friendly, yokuti gonyeti rako rinobva kwaMutare kusvika kuBed Bridge, drive asina mboti ndatorwa mari nemapurisa. Ndo zvatoda kuti zviite. Saka budai mese musapote 31 March. Toda kuti vanhu vaende right kuma law enforcement agencies. Shatiro kukumira Mutamba, mpana iwe Mutamba iwe wakanditumira vafana vekuhomeside nema AK 4 masquad kuti vandiuraye ini. Mosho yangu ndei.
Geza's statements paint Mutamba as complicit in Mnangagwa's alleged abuses, particularly after the police launched a manhunt for Geza on charges including incitement of violence and insulting the president. His warnings suggest a belief that Mutamba's leadership of the ZRP is enabling political crackdowns, a stance that aligns with his support for the Vice President Chiwenga and his criticism of the current regime.
It's a wave. It is unstoppable. Saka kana musikaoni zvinhu on the ground, yeti mune chance yokupuwa intelligence nevakomana venyu vepeace kupusa kwenyu. Jere richakupinzai hamuri bude ana Mutamba. Mark my words. Uchishandiswa naye pasoni wako iye. Ndati mark my words. Rekedzai vanhu vademonstrate because zvirimo muconstitution medu. Tiri kuitira izvi kuti mapurisa edu, masoja edu, povo edu, mavendors edu, munhu wese wemuZimbabwe vave nemararamiro akanaka. Saka ndiri kukumbira Mutamba, especially iwe Mutamba, unomboita dzungu. Usaita dzungu Mutamba wanza. Ida unowamwa inonzi musobhadhi, chidoro chiya chinomuwana vanhu vanodhakwa-dhakwa. Usamwa doro Mutamba iwe. Toda kuti izvo uone kuti povo iri kushupika. Kana muri vanhu vakatongwara vana Mutamba nemaCIO, advaisai vaMnangagwa kuti shefu tizai nokasika because povo ine hasha isu vana bombshell hatizokwanisi kumubatsira kana povhu yaakuda kuita zvainoita kwaari. Saka advise Mnangagwa, right?
Blessed Geza, a fugitive Zimbabwean war veteran and former ZANU-PF Central Committee member, has recently called for a nationwide uprising against President Emmerson Mnangagwa on March 18, 2025. Geza resurfaced with a video message urging Zimbabweans to mobilize on March 31 to remove Mnangagwa from power. Speaking from an undisclosed location clad in military camouflage, he framed this as a response to Mnangagwa's alleged corruption, nepotism, and failure to honor the liberation struggle promises. Issues Geza has consistently highlighted since early 2025. In his arrest, Geza warned Police General Commissioner General Stephen Mutamba against using force to suppress citizens on the planned uprising date, stating that shoot one demonstrator and we will deal with you, echoing prior threats made in February 2025. He emphasized that the right to protest was hard-won through the liberation war, positioning the uprising as a reclaiming of those freedoms. Geza also claimed broad support, alleging that opposition leaders like Nelson Chamisa, Douglas Monzora, and Job Scala and Tendai BT are on board. Though he provided no evidence, and none of these figures have publicly confirmed involvement as of now. Geza's message, shared via his official X account and a YouTube link, builds on this earlier rhetoric of a signal for change, a phrase he used since February to rally support. He challenged Mnangagwa directly, saying that his time is up, asserting that I am safe and Mnangagwa knows where I am, daring arrest amid a police manhunt for charges including incitement, to violence. While Geza tied to the uprising to his support for Vice President Constantino Chiwenga as Mnangagwa's successor, he didn't clarify Chiwenga's role in this planned action. This call has sparked mixed reaction. Some ex-post reflects skepticism about its feasibility, questioning logistics, how Geza in hiding will lead, and whether it risks repeating past failed protests where leaders evade accountability. Others see it as a bold stand against in quotes, failed ZANU-PF with hashtags like hashtag ZANU-PF must go, gaining traction. However, analysts note that while Geza's war veteran status carries weight, public fatigue with political upheaval might limit turnout, as seen in commentary suggestions. No repeat of the 2017 coup is likely before 2028. Geza's message is clear. He wants a mass movement to oust Mnangagwa on the 31st of March. He frames it as a revolutionary duty, yet its success remains uncertain. The successor remains uncertain. Especially without concrete plans or confirmed backing beyond his claims.
Ndi comrade bombshell vari kutaura, comrade Geza. Tikukubirisai kuti munhu wose kubva kuplumtree. In fact, haizi demonstration, tinoitizvo uprising. Munhu wese ngaapinde mustreet Munhu wese ngapinde mu-street.
All right, guys, that is it. For now, with that, I'm going to be signing out. Big up to everybody who was watching us live right about now. Entrepreneurship DNA for Wealth Confidence, Mukusha Kudzai, Freeman Mlambo, Prop Fuma Koto, Lavenda Masara, Mishek Wodzi, watching from Victoria Falls. Says Wodzi, watching from Victoria Falls. Viva Comrade Geza, Victory is Satan, Jugananda Kujeri, and Stolen Treasure be redirected in our Zimbabwean economy. Abasha colonialism. Big up to Perpetual Makoto, says Moses Wedumware Wanzwa Kuchema Kwedu. We shall overcome. Heavy K. Everybody who was watching us live, make sure you click the like button and subscribe to TV7 Live if you love our videos. With that, I am gonna sign out right about now. Yes, respect to everybody. Dr. Clarence is the name. TV7 Live is the channel, broadcasting live and direct from the nation of Zimbabwe, Africa. May God bless you. Wherever you're watching us from, continue to pray for the nation of Zimbabwe. Be the mouth of God to somebody. Be the hand of God to somebody. Be good to somebody. What good is being good for if it is not for being good? And is it any good if we are not good in our works, in our doings? With that, I sign out. Once again, thank you everybody who was watching us live. Stay blessed, be a blessed. Love, honor to the maximum. Dr. Clarence, TV7 Live, Zimbabwe, Africa. Fire, please. Ngobizita Norman Sela says indoda liye izobambanisa amandebele lamashona. Bevelin jumping. Doc, how many times did I ever call your name? You literally the first one to bring us soothing news. Keep up the good work, Dr. Clarence, forward with the Geza Revolution. Thank you very much for that positive feedback. You know, with our morale. And may God bless you for that positive feedback.